weather.
Morning storms, and a few of us saw storms in the distance from our Valley Skycam here in South Fargo. You could see the growing cumulonimbus clouds really fade away as we headed into the nighttime hours. Here was a look at a couple of those storms. This one in Cart, Minnesota, there in Lake of the Woods County for a tornado-warned storm that worked its way through the southern reaches of Lake of the Woods. And Sunday's storms causing damage in Fergus Falls. We've shown a lot of that lately. Laura captured this walk in the park with the twisted trees. Here's a look at some of the rainfall estimates by Doppler radar. Most of this fell this morning, minus this afternoon stuff in northwest Minnesota along the Highway 200 corridor and points south. Very heavy rain estimated by Doppler radar to be right around 5.1 inches of rain just off to the west of you in Kinzel. And then, well, in Daisy, about 3.5 to 4 inches estimated by Doppler radar. We got about an inch here in the FM area, but down to the south and east southern Clay County with all the yellows there, 1 to 2 inches of rain estimated by Doppler radar. Those storms continued their way north and brought abundant rain to the areas they hit. And just heading into the night hours, we have very quiet conditions here in the valley. Off to the west, thunderstorms continue to rumble through the central portion of the Dakotas, and the main risk from these is hail. Now, there's a storm cell just to the south of the Bismarck area. It's about, 90 miles from the edge of our viewing area, so it'll be a while before they make their way here. And hail, the main threat from these storms, although they too have shown a weakening trend as we head into the nighttime hours. Here's a time lapse of the setting sun as that sun in the western sky mingled with the clouds tonight. Just absolutely gorgeous, the sky on fire. And here is a look from our Dakota Magic Casino camera out there, enjoying the same view with the clouds and the sun. Here's your current conditions. Out at Hector, 75 degrees. We have a 6-mile-per-hour wind, and it's sticky, folks, with dew points around 70. That's more typical of the Gulf Coast. A little bit oppressive. You felt that outdoors. 69, the cool spot, or one of the cool spots in Grand Forks, 68 for Baudette. Bemidji right now, 74 degrees, and off in Lakes Country, a pair of 75s for Detroit Lakes and for Fergus Falls. Hour by hour forecast shows our risk of severe weather is all but done across western portions of Minnesota. But as we look across the eastern third of North Dakota, some of those storms could be approaching our area as we get to between, say, 1 and 2 in the morning. The risk of severe quite small, but if there is going to be severe, the main risk tonight will be gusty straight line winds and the possibility for a few of these more robust cells to have some hail with them. This continues into the daybreak hours as we start out in the 60s. Watch out for some patchy areas of dense fog as well first thing in the morning. And then as we go through the afternoon, Thursday looks like a hot one. Midday temperatures climbing into the 80s, mid-80s in the far south. And our southern places will have a shot at 90 degrees in the afternoon. And with the heat of the day, there will be a risk for some isolated thunderstorms that could be strong to severe once again. Then it looks like a cooler trend. But in Fargo tomorrow, we start out in the mid-60s, rise up into the mid-80s once again. An early morning thunder chance and a slight chance of an afternoon one as well. Most of the area looks to stay dry, though, and all of us will be in the 80s. Another photo to share from Brenda. This is that moon buried in the clouds. It's been bright and very large there. Here's a look at your forecast for Friday. Spotty storms in 81. Saturday, beautiful for the Fargo Air Show and cool on Sunday. Just a slight chance now of showers through the weekend. And look at that, 3 days in a row of sun and dry next week.
Unheard of.
It has been recently.
That forecast, I think, is going to help for attendance to that air show. It'll be comfortable out there.
Very nice to get out.
Yeah. Thanks, Saj. Later.